G'day everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of Dinkum on yet another very soggy day. But I am feeling really awesome because in the previous episode we met a new character, Theo's apparently little brother. His name is Max, and he held the very first Wu Yan fishing comp, and we managed to win that by quite a large margin actually, so I'm pretty happy about that, and I assume we've got probably a nice trophy sitting there in our inbox. So we'll check that out in a moment, but obviously we do need to get to dealing with the normal stuff of the day, starting with the crab pots. With what we're going to be doing for the majority of the day though, I figure, well, since it's raining today, I might go see Jimmy and see if I can sell a few things off to him. We might have stacks of 50 of certain items that we could try and get rid of. And then, yeah, I sort of want to work on the project a little bit more. Obviously, the track is done, and I'm thinking the only thing that we really need to do is a little bit of landscaping in the area, and that's probably going to be taking up the majority of our time today. Aside from that, probably going to check in with good old Sheila and see what she's accepting in terms of stuff that she's going to buy for the day. And then on to some more dredging, because, well, we've got only, what, I can't remember how many keys we have. We definitely need to still work on grabbing a few more keys. So, yeah, dredging is definitely going to be on the agenda later on tonight. I'm sort of thinking, though, guys, that we've probably seen the majority of what the latest update has to offer, and I am likely going to be calling Season 2 very soon. And I'm sort of thinking, well, we have the, I guess the whole thing with the shark statues in Reef Islands that we haven't really completely interacted with. So my plan is to get 100 keys, and then we'll go off to Reef Islands. Then we'll do a really big session of finding all of the treasure maps and all of the treasures, obviously. And that might be a good episode to wrap up Season 2 of our playthrough of Dinkum. So that's my thought process at the moment, guys, and I was sort of having a think of that between the previous episode and this one, and I was thinking maybe that's not a bad way to wrap up, and maybe we can make it a stream even, because I haven't streamed Dinkum in a very long time, and perhaps maybe what we could do is just do the Reef Island episode as a final episode where we're trying to, you know, get all of the treasures and you know, ultimately get the shark statue, because I hear that if you spend 100 keys on the statue, you can actually take it home. So, yeah, that's, I think, the plan, guys. Initially, I sort of thought whether or not we wanted to maybe get up to, like, I don't know, 50 million dink in this season, but with the rate that we're making money at the moment, maybe it's not likely. Plus also, my fear is that the Halo literally is just like a, you know, a vanity item that doesn't really do anything. So, you know, I can always buy it another time. I assume, unless the 1.0 removes it, and perhaps maybe it's only a temporary thing that you can only get during the early access. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, I'm not entirely sure about continuing the series just to make 50 million dinks, because you know, the one project that I feel that I wanted to do in this season is coming to a close. You know, I might be speaking a little bit too early here because, yes, there's still quite a bit of, you know, landscaping to do. And I definitely want a few jacaranda trees, and as you guys know, we can only buy one jacaranda tree at a time. So, yeah. It'll be a few episodes at least until we can get all the jacaranda trees that we want. And then there's also the acacia trees that, you know, we've got the seeds, but then I haven't exactly planted them just yet. But then I don't really have too many of the seeds either, because those acacia seeds are only available at the Reef Islands. Let me just check on the watermelon patches over here. Okay. Looks good, but not really giving us anything for the time being. Let's put the seeds away, and I think we're done here at the farm. So I want to just grab our trophy here. I assume it's a trophy. To Blue, congrats for coming first in the fishing comp. Please take this goldfish trophy as your prize. Thanks for taking part in the comp. I can't wait to return. See you soon. From Max. There we go. Goldfish trophy. And something from Erwin the other day. Let's just clear everything out. And this this trophy makes a perfect addition to our cabinet over here. Maybe we can get rid of the plushie. Oh. What? Guys, I did not know that this was a thing, but apparently you can you can store stuff in here. Oh, goodness me. What about here? No, okay. Alright, only certain pieces of furniture you can actually store stuff in. Can we open this one? No. Okay. Wow. I did not know this, despite owning this piece for a very long time. Anyway, let's put the trophy here. And yeah, we can sort of show off the trophy in our living room here. So if we have guests, they can admire our prowess. We've got the plushie, which needs to find a home. I reckon maybe... Yeah, this bothers me. I remember we can always... Or I always try to put stuff on this smaller cabinet, but I'm never able to do it. So, look, I think the plushie can go maybe up here. That's fine. And yeah, I think things are looking good. So, who knows what other kind of comps there might be, and maybe we'll get another trophy, and I'd need to find more space for another trophy. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge whenever we get there. I'm going to take the heli this time around, because we are going to be visiting Jimmy, so it's only appropriate that we take this for now. Obviously, should be using it a little bit more. I know I like to ride around on my bike the majority of the time. I should be using the heli every now and then. Okay, so first things first, maybe let's just clear this up. And yeah, so I'm thinking, guys, we might do a stream at some point to, you know, do the final episode where we spend 100 keys. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. So, if it goes ahead, then I'll definitely be posting something in the community section of the channel, so you guys can keep an eye out on that. But if not, then I'm probably going to do something else for the final episode. I'm not entirely sure what just yet. I'll figure it out. In terms of stuff that we're working on, obviously the racetrack is still in progress, but I don't think it's going to take us much longer to finish. And I did speak about maybe some kind of a, like a little picnic spot, almost, in the previous episode. Damper needs 1 milk, which we don't have. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Got a few additional bits and pieces. But yeah, that picnic spot, I figure that might not be a bad idea to do. So I'm thinking maybe that's yet another smaller project that we could sink our teeth into before completely ending the season, the series. But we'll see how we go. Alright, suddenly it's nice and bright. Nice thing is, you know, Jimmy doesn't exactly leave the area as soon as it gets bright. He does stick around. Gonna chuck all of that there. Old key, let's stash that away as well. This coffee, I do want to just put there. I wonder if Jimmy pays a decent amount for coffee. Because if he does, then I might actually sell him some coffee. I mean, we've got plenty of coffee beans as it stands, so I don't think we're going to run out if we sell like 50 bags of coffee to him. I also want to actually repair some of our tools in this episode, because we are running very, very low. Anything else I can stash away? I think we're done here. I should speak to John about selling some of our stuff that we've stashed away here. This is gonna go to Jimmy. But then the rest of this stuff we can perhaps sell. And I'm sort of still thinking, guys, whether or not I want to, you know, maybe make another beach somewhere. That could, again, be another thing that we look into. Yeah, let's do another 50 of these for Jimmy as well. Anyway, let's get rid of some of the little bits and pieces. Welcome to John's Goods, how can I help? Let's sell you a few things. So, these things can go. I think that looks decent. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. All up, I can offer you 36,000. Sounds good. Very good. Alright. Not too much, but, you know, better than nothing. Let's actually go to the bank and just stash away the cash that we've got. So, oh, my bad. Wrong selection there. Alright, so I'm gonna just quickly deposit 2 mil, I think. And so we don't really have a lot of cash on us. Might be a little bit difficult to buy a few things. I can't remember how much the jacaranda tree costs. 25, okay. I need some cash. Let me just quickly check in with Sheila on what she's buying for the day. Oh my god, we got plenty. We got plenty. I want to sell you. Actually, I might need to split it first before we actually speak to her, so let me just do that. Do I want to just halve it? I mean, why not? There you go. Some great produce here, Blue. How does 718,000 sound? Sure. No worries. Okay, that's decent. And plus, we're making wheat all the time anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. Let's buy the jacaranda sapling. So I'll take that one, and yeah, I mean, in various coming days, we're gonna have to just keep buying more of these saplings. So I've got all of that. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that we can try and sell. The emerald shards. We've got plenty, so I don't really see a reason for us to be hanging on to these, especially considering, well, I mean, I don't exactly have any use for them for the moment. We can't use them to go into a different deep mine tier, and we can't use them to craft anything, because, well, there are things that we can craft with it, but nothing that I really want. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that we want to sell to Jimmy, but I think this is enough. So let's go out there, see if we can find him. And then from there, I think we'll start looking into our track, doing that landscaping, as I said, planning for where this tree is gonna go, and then also our acacia trees as well. I don't even know where I'm heading. Oh, okay, I'm obviously not going the right way. Every time I pass the balloon, I think, I need to paint that thing. Try and do it one of these days. Is everything ready? The sugarcane is not ready for harvest just yet. Alright, here we are. I'm hoping that these shards are gonna give me like heaps and heaps of cash. If we're really going to be able to get the halo. Again, I'm pretty sure it's 50, right? Yeah. It's a lot of cash. Anyway. Jimmy, welcome back, Blue. Are you here to talk business? Absolutely, mate. We've got stacks of 50 of things for you, my friend. There you go. Oh yes, all these bulk items, plus my very, very fair bonus. I can give you 736,000 for it. You know what? That doesn't exactly sound like a lot, to be honest, for 50 emerald shards. I don't know if this is a good deal or not, guys. I feel like we could make so much more money from selling food and stuff, but I'll leave that, and I'm not going to sell him the shards, and instead I'll just sell him a few of the other things. Did I even get the shards in there? I think I did, but I'll sell these at the very least. Actually, maybe I'll do one at a time because I'm curious about how much coffee sells for. 267,000. Okay, it's not really that much cash, is it? Alright, and then I'll sell him the other 2 stacks of items that I don't want. So these. Yeah, 38,000. It's not really a lot, is it? I thought perhaps maybe the vine fences would have sold well, but Apparently not. So I'm just gonna quickly check how much this is worth. 431,000. I'm inclined to keep it. Purely because I have a feeling that once update 1.0 comes, we might actually have a need for those emerald shards. It might take us to newer places, and, you know, having heaps of shards handy for that would actually be very handy. So, yeah, we'll hold off. And instead, I'm gonna try and focus on making my money from selling foods, various foods, to the Tucker box. There is a bit of a risk for that, though. Well, I call it a risk. It's not exactly a risk. It's just more like you have to get lucky on a day that she's, you know, willing to buy some of the things that you actually have in stock. So you can't always guarantee that you're going to be making quite a lot of money on any given day, but that's okay. Chef Blue has been here recently, so we have made quite a few things. So I'm pretty happy about where we are with most of our stuff. But yeah, hopefully it'll net us quite a bit of money at some point. Right, so the track and what we're going to do in terms of landscaping. Right, I don't think I'm going to be changing things up too much. If anything, I'm probably going to clear up certain areas so that we have a better view of the ocean around this side, so something like that. Probably not add any more trees along this side, so when we're sort of actually racing, the drivers can get distracted with the view. Alright, I feel like... yes, here we go. I definitely need, like, something like that. And maybe another one here. Yeah, that looks better. Much better. I don't know if I perhaps rushed into selling the fencing. Because, yeah, it is a bit of a risk, isn't it? Because, like, there could have been things that I needed to fix up, and we might need more fencing as a result. But anyway, we're past the point of no return. If anything, I can just make more fences. Right, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna flatten all of this out. Make it all level. In terms of soil pattern, I think we're okay with soil pattern. I'm just leaving the natural soil patterns in. Don't need to change any of the biomes. I am pretty happy that we've got like a little bit of bushlands, a little bit of what is this called? I keep forgetting. A little bit of pine forest in there. So there's a little bit of a variety. Okay, so I think I'll continue to flatten all of this as well. Now, what might not be a bad idea is to get some kind of water going along this area. So I forgot about that, so I might just quickly widen a little bit of the area up a little bit. Like so. Not a massive, like, pond, but, you know, a decent-sized one. Alright, good. Let's break that down, and... let's see... perhaps I can get rid of some of these. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad. And I'm thinking maybe we'll start a little bit of water up here, have it trickle down. I'm gonna need to actually make the water tiles though, because I don't think I can actually trickle in water from that side. If I wanted to do that, I would have had to. Well, I should have planned for that initially, but also I think we're above sea level. Anyway, in this spot, so we're gonna have to, you know, get that water in a different way. So that's fine. Let's maybe print a tiny little bit more. And then there's obviously the matter of getting some actual, you know, seeding and other decorative elements around this area as well. Right, so let's get our first jacaranda tree in. I reckon maybe it'll just go right there. So that can grow quite nicely there. And we'll have to think about where more jacaranda saplings are going to go. Maybe around here. I'm gonna plan for some more water coming in, and I think I'm gonna sort of chisel out a bit of a pathway for where the water is going to go to. Yeah, something like that. I think we'll have the next jacaranda tree sitting here. Probably need a few more grass seeds to cover this area. Yeah, so luckily with the idea of fencing off the track, as well as fencing off the it's not very powerful, this this trident, is it? But yeah, as I was saying, thanks to the idea of fencing off the track, we don't actually need to mow around the track itself, because that was one thing that I was sort of dreading having to do. Alright, so let's get some of that in there. And as far as I know, this will all sort of propagate given time. And yeah, I mean, since it's dark, I think I'm gonna wrap up the landscaping for now. And then we'll come back to it, perhaps maybe in the next episode or the episode after that, depending on what we get up to. Definitely want more jacarandas, maybe another one here in the center, and then maybe one up here. So at the very least, another 3 or maybe 4 jacaranda saplings are required, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's see. I think the only thing left for us to do, really, is to do that dredging that has to happen if we're ever gonna get to 100 keys. So let's go ahead and do it. We only have the 1 key from the crab pot today. And yeah, I don't see myself going to the Reef Islands this coming Sunday, though. I think we'll probably go there the Sunday after that, likely, considering what there is left to do. And yeah, I just don't want to spend another 250,000 dink just to hang around for a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm going to chuck that there. I think everything else can go. Yeah, the emerald shards and the fact that we didn't really get a lot of money for that was definitely a bit of a disappointment, though. I do need to repair our gear, actually. Do I want to get some of my farm stuff and repair all of that as well? I mean, I think it makes sense to do that. Oh, and we do need to sort out Ed, don't we? I've forgotten about that. Oh, poor Ed. Give us a little bit of health back. Not much. Alright, so let's get all of our tools here. So, I mean, the scythe doesn't look bad, but, you know. I assume this is also durability here on the bone bow, so I might actually want to fix that up. Yeah, I think we've got the majority of our tools with us. So let's do this. Okay, what about this? Ah, are we saying... Hang on, is this something that we... What? No. Okay, I did not know that. That's a change, isn't it? There's, I could swear previously we didn't have to chuck metal detectors in the charges, or has that always been the case? I don't remember it being the case, guys. Anyway, doesn't matter. It has to be charged, so it is what it is. Do need to recharge some of these things as well. In fact, I might drop in our dirt printer right now as well. And I'm gonna have to find stuff to do to wait for the metal detector, so I might actually just look around and see if we can do a little bit of this treasure hunting without the metal detector. We should have a few X's that we could hopefully dig up and interact with. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about our overlook here. I like the view of the city from here. Alright, let's glide back down and I think we'll try and look for some treasures near the beach. Okay. No keys, unfortunately. Gonna see if we can go out here to this small little island. Try and find some goodies here. There we go. Maybe off to this side. Oh, God. Alright, not a lot of X's, are they? I wish, you could find a few more than what the game does give you, but I guess being able to detect all of the hidden treasures makes things maybe a tad too easy. I don't know how our metal detector is going. Yeah, I can't even remember whether or not we've ever put the metal detector into the charger, ever. I'm pretty sure we actually repaired it in the past, when it was running out. Yeah, anyway. I'm gonna head back very, very soon here. And yeah, I might call it an episode even because unfortunately we had to recharge our tools there. We definitely weren't ready to actually do the dredging that we wanted to do for the day. It is already late. So we might have to do a big session of dredging in the next episode. We only managed to find like a couple of keys in this episode. This one and the one from the crab pot. Yeah, that's ready. Just checking. Okay, we've got a lot of cloth. Maybe that's something that we should be selling to Jimmy. Actually, all this junk we should be selling to Jimmy at some point as well. We might be able to make quite a bit of money by doing that. Yeah, okay. So if we're desperate to sell stuff to Jimmy again, we'd always call him in by using the bottle of clouds, right? So then there's all of the amber and all of the fossils as well to try and sell off. Keep meaning to do. Let's drop that there. Billy cans. Are the billy cans doing anything? Maybe not. I'll probably get something into the billy cans. I might do some more teas. The waddle teas. Alright. Grab that. And yeah, I think we're ready to go back home here. Heli's right there. I'm gonna sell off Ed right now, guys, and tomorrow we'll have a chat with Erwin. See if we can get Ed the 8th and start raising her in our farm. It was good knowing Ed the 7th. She was a good chook. Alright. Kind of an odd episode, I would have to say. I'm happy with the progress of the landscaping of the project. So things are coming along, but I think there's still a lot more for us to do. As I mentioned, we need the water beds, and I'm struggling to remember where we actually make the water beds from. So I'm going to have to, again, figure that out. We probably need quite a few water beds this time around, and if that's the case, we probably need like a lot of those sprinkler systems as well, which I have been selling in the past when we find the sprinklers from the Undergrove. But I guess we can always just make our own sprinklers as well, so that's not really too much of an issue. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it here, and yeah, let me know what you guys think in terms of the final episode for the season. If you guys are up for a stream, then obviously I'd like to hear from you. Obviously, a stream's probably not going to work for a lot of people because they might not be awake at the time of the stream, but you know, I think the stream makes sense because if we're going to be spending so much time at the Reef Islands, it makes for a good stream, if that makes sense. So we could be spending like a good hour, hour and a half, or maybe even 2 hours in there looking for the treasures. So that's why I sort of thought that it makes a bit of sense that way. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Aside from that, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. As usual, leave a like or a dislike or a comment or two down below. Stay true. I'll see you guys in the next one.